Hello and welcome. Right, moment of truth. Car going by very early in the morning. I'll be a bit quiet because everyone's probably still asleep, but you can see we've had a frost up there on the roof. Let's go and have a look ski. So the shelter held up, that's the main thing. Let's have a look at this temperature sensor. So, oh god, what did that get down to last night? So it got down to -2. It's just 1.9, -1.9 now. And that one, it's 3 degrees now, and it got down to 2.9. So that was okay. And I was a bit worried because I didn't actually set it up how I was supposed to. I just left it running as I do normally with a minimum temperature. So on the inside of the house, I meant to time it so that the hot water comes on for a couple of hours, you know, midnight to 2 o'clock, then put the heating on from 2 till 4, and then have the hot water come on again from 4, just to keep something flowing through it. But that seems to have done a job. Fronds don't look like they've had any damage to them, so we're good with that. Let's go and see how the others are doing. So, oh, this wood's very slippy. So as expected, that looked like it's going to die off. The top bit, let's have a look at this. The stem definitely looks a lot better in and around these things. This heating, that's probably more where it's under a canopy though, I would have thought. They are beastly, these leaves. Look at the size of that one for a honeysuckle. Even this bit over here survived by the look of it. So yeah, you can see that did not like it. So that's probably going to pull everything back from that now, isn't it? And that'll all blacken off, as well as these bits up here. You can see I had a fire last night. Forgot to bring that bottle in. Didn't even make a dent in it, and it was going for 3 hours. So that gives me plenty more to do. Let's have a look at the tetrapanax. Seems to be okay. I can't see any blackening off anywhere. That's good. Willemie's all right. Oh yeah, the other thing, you can see I tried to build up my mountain of leaves, but because I'd kept them in a bucket, they were all sort of wet, so I didn't want to put wet leaves over over the trunks of the cyathias and the Dixonias, because obviously the water would freeze, because it was too late at night for me to do it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is shortly, well not shortly, but in a couple of hours, I'm going to get these leaves. Yeah, let's see, I've got another bucket over there behind it. That thing was full of them as well. This thing's full of them. But if I just delve a bit deeper, you can just see they're all wet. So yeah, what I'm going to do with that is, when the freeze just goes in a bit, I'm just going to go and put it all on, and hopefully that'll give them the day to dry out. And of course, the good thing about this is it looks horrific, but that back one by the tetrapanax, I'll just undo a bit of duct tape, pull it off, and it's open again. And this one here has got the wires running across, but I don't think the kid's going to play in it today, so I might take the cover off so it can get the light, but leave the thing on. So leave the wires on. So I'm sure there's going to be much harder tests to come up, but just for first instance, that seems to have done a job. Yeah, we'll see. The rest of it all looks all right, but I take it a lot of plants can sort of just take the one off. You know, -2 isn't, you know, the end of the world. If it's -5 for 2 weeks again, like it was last year, it's going to be a different story for a lot of them. But we'll wait for that, and we'll find out when we find out. Okay, thought I'd do a quick second video the morning after, or the next day. So we didn't have as hard a frost. It was due, but it didn't come. So you can see I've gone to Mark 2 on this thing, and this is even easier. I've just clove pegged it in and shoved a rock on there, and that has held it up nice and taut and above everything. So that's pretty good. You can see I've also put some leaves around it in the end. I do have more leaves to pick up and all that, so I'll dry them off in the garage for a week or two before the next frost, hopefully. Although there are a few 0 degrees next week, tail end of next week, but for now, easy as pie. Undo those, take the stone off, fold it up, put it back in the garage, and it's not too sort of intrusive. Let's just have a quick whiz around this way. It's from the other side, so everything else looks all right, to be fair. All these fronds survived on these Cyathias. It's quite sheltered down this part though, so yeah, we'll get more. Oh, this one looks like it's drooped off a little bit, but it looks okay. And then the Mark II I did on this was I just put those bamboo canes across just to stop it, well, supposedly stop it touching the fronds, but it's not. So oh yeah, so that's okay. So what I can do now is I'll aim to get another bit of that stuff actually, because it's quite good, the rug underlay that I've got over the Tetrapanax. And if I get, you see how that's flapping down on the side, if I can do something like that for both of them and then just peg it in, that would be really easy. So, and the good thing about this, I was thinking, is like I've got this spider web of wires running across to the climbing frame. I can take the top bit off now. No one will really see it from the house or anything, but if the kid did want to come out, it's too high for him to hit his head on or catch himself, and it's sort of, you know, he's not going to climb up and catch himself, so that's quite good. The second good bit is that if that Cyathea grows up at all, I can just move it up to the next level on the fence trellis and this post and the climbing frame, keep it like that. So yeah, the way that one is drooping down over the Tetrapanax, if I get another one same size, cut it out to a specific size so it droops down over the sides here, get a bigger one for over there so it cuts down and droops down over the sides, and then I just need, you know, make sure I've got pegs and all that. I did another little experiment yesterday, which is I've put the temperature gauge a lot higher up than it was. It was down there on that hook before. So let's have a quick look. So last night it got to minus 0.8, and that one got down to minus 0.2. That may have been where I didn't switch the heating on there and let it cool down too much. But when I was watching this last night, there seemed to be a 2-degree swing. So from at the bottom one, it's a 5-degree swing, and then when you come up, that's a 2-degree swing. But if I get a better cover on it that keeps the sides on, I reckon I could probably squeeze a little bit more out of that. And then going forward regarding the switching, just for this year, what I'm going to do is set like my heating and hot water to come on alternately. So have the heating on till whatever, 11 o'clock, let it go off for an hour, put the hot water on for a couple of hours, let that go off, put the heating back on for a couple of hours in the middle of the night. And then I get up quite early anyway, sort of 5:30, 6, so have the hot water come on so it's ready for me, and then heating, and then we'll be up, and etc, etc, etc. So that's what I'm going to do for now, just leave the manual valve open. I will work out some switching for it automatically, but like I said, when you start adding more stuff to it, more complex it gets, the more chances of stuff breaking. So yeah, only other update really is it took me 5 hours, but I got 2 bits of the wood in. They're all notched in nicely. We'll go into it more another time, but that is essentially it. I'm going to use the existing gutter, because when I was doing my level lines, thinking that I needed the gutter in under there, I forgot that the joist bits are going to overhang it at the top by 10 centimeters, so that's giving me the fallback straight into the normal gutter. But we'll go into that more next time. Otherwise, Nephrolopus, everything's survived really. The bananas and everything did droop down yesterday, and the Fatsias, but they've all bounced back. So yeah, I'll take these covers off, give it a little tweak, see if I can get another one of them rug underlays just for now, fold it up, and yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, see you on the next one.